Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21 Career Mode. We're on episode 31. It's another one and done. I'm still busy. I actually still haven't done the New York trip, though, by this point that you're seeing this. I'll be back. And it's the day that I'm signing for the new house, closing on that. So, still busy. Still busy for another week or so. Well, anyway, one and done because I don't have time. So, we're doing Strade Bianche right now, and then that's going to be it for this episode. So, one more apology on that being on the shorter side, but I'm doing what I can right now. Anyway, the expected race day condition for our largest objective of the year is a plus 14. I came in with a bunch of fitness peaks, a bunch of objectives, really up for the race today. Even though the weather is sour, we are definitely looking good on the overall for what we should have. Now, we'll do the math here in just a moment to see if we're actually anywhere near the plus 14 that we were expected to have for the day. But so far, so good. I mean, Berlikov's on a 87 mountain rating today. Holy cow, that's going to be nice. And let's see, that's plus 8, plus 9, and plus 9. We got a plus 18! We actually did it for first time in a while. We have a positive net race day condition, and that's really coming off of a few guys that really hit the mother load on quality. So, profile, Strade Bianche. This should have gravel. It should have difficulty that other races don't have, but realistically all we end up with in terms of how the game handles it is we just have a bunch of undulation. So it's a little Liège-Bastogne-Liège type classic on a day like this. It's long. We've got 164k still to go. We're looking at guys like Galvez is going to ride in support. Igashin, maybe. Igashin is supposed to be one of my punchers. So we'll see if others are going to overtake him, like Roman today has a 76 in the hills category. Berlikov is absolutely our leader because he's got that insane mountain rating. The stamina resistance are both very high. And then he's also got a hill rating of 82 today. Acceleration and sprint are high enough. So there's one guy, and we know Galvez is not going to be, so that takes care of that. Now, let me speed things up a little bit as we go along. 5 riders in the break. We've already got 2 minutes. The field has sat up. They are content with what we have there. Gonzalez Albiol, 78, 74. Yurcevic has a 70, 81. Okay, we want to get him protected. Wondering if Igashin might still be in the mix. Like, Martin Guerrero's not punchy, so he'll be a support guy. Roman today is, Igashin is, and Gonzalez Albiol 74. I think we need to use him to protect either Roman.
For the moment, the riders seem to be saving energy.
Do I want to go with Igashin? He's 77. Do I have any hidden sprinters in this, like Galvez, but Galvez doesn't have anything else. Difficult decision. 75 resistance. Will climb very well today. 77 resistance. Igashin's just not going to climb terribly well. I think we've got to go for Gonzalez Albiol and then hope that things are made difficult to a point where we end up with a small group like Berlikov is the last rider who's totally fresh. Maybe we can win this thing. Okay, the gap got out to 5 minutes briefly to those front 5. Biggest climb of the day is not that far in front of us now. We're also coming inside the window to get water for the first of 2 times that we'll need to do so in this race. And let's see who, I suppose Galvez is the weak man and really will not feature in the sprint, I don't figure at all at the end of this thing. It's going to be punching it. Okay, gap's down to 4 minutes. So we've slightly picked up the pace, but it's still chugging along fairly easily right now. Out 107k to go. Just inside 60k, we'll want to get water. That second and final time. But in the meantime, we're kind of just going to go in cruise mode here temporarily. Gonzalez Albiol had a puncture, but he didn't even get dropped. He is still working on recovering that position, though, towards the front of the field. Inside 90K, gap at 2.5. We've had our bad luck already with the puncture, so let's hope that things are good. We got guys trying to attack right now. 68K to go. We'll slow it down a little bit now. And we're starting to see some splits through the undulation of these areas, which means we really need to up our effort to make sure we're not getting dropped. I think we'll go 79 for now. 62K, which means Galvez needs to go get water. Now's a good time to do it. We're going to hit this little hill. It'll allow him to drop back fast, get the water, and then he'll, yeah, right as you begin the easier territory, he'll resume trying to make his way to the front. 60 riders left in the peloton, and it's actually kind of looking like that could hold. Nice little split there. Alright, pace is also due to pick up yet again. Those 5 riders are down to 1 minute. We're going to come back at them pretty soon.
The pack's deficit is being cut back.
And Roman's going to have to make extra effort. He's a little bit weaker individually as a climber compared to the other guys. That's why he's the one who's not protected. That also means it's that much harder. Ooh. Really? Field just split right in front of him, just like that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with 25 riders in the peloton, but it does look like we're about to regain contact. We do. But it splits behind us. Roman, you lost contact with the group. You don't seem interested in regaining your position, so let's force the issue a little bit. And others. Also time to pick it up. It's getting late. 35K to go. Roman finally back in position. Let's go ahead and sit up. 44 chasing 5, 30-second gap. The last lengthy climb besides the finish, which neither is lengthy. We're talking about 800 meters here.
By many riders. The percentages are very high.
A lot of riders regaining contact, but they're chasing hard. And you can see how Igashin and Galvez are very tired. Martin Guerrero, who's a good climber, is tired. So there's got to be a lot of fatigue in the legs of the riders, and we're seeing things diminish down to 80 or 100. It's still yo-yoing a lot, but we're definitely getting down to it. Let's use up the gel for those two, as they're not going to be around much longer. We're at 20K to go. And we're seeing a little attack.
Attack by Strade.
Okay, now's a good time to respond. 18K to go. Let's go 90. Berlikov is the obvious choice on who we're ready for. Gonzalez Albiol, I think, is the other one. But wasn't there somebody else? Yurcevic, right? Yes, Yurcevic. Okay, and then Roman, and look at that strength combined between those guys. Okay, and where is Igashin? Igashin. Yeah, Igashin, you're gonna start moving right now. Control the pack. These are individuals going on the attack. Now we're just gonna control chase. Those guys are going full gas. Meanwhile, we're gonna just be steady.
15 kilometers remaining.
Okay, on to Martin Guerrero, who was still at the back, unfortunately, but he does come through. It's 41 chasing the front 8 or so. 13.5K. Things are thinning out. Galvez has been dropped. Igashin's going to get dropped. This pace is definitely going to be too much. Nearly in contact again.
Attack by Matthews.
Inside 12K. Those guys are splitting themselves off, which means most of them are going to get absorbed and swallowed up one by one. Romano being brought back. Okay, on to Roman now. Inside 10K, and I've got 4 guys. I want Martin Guerrero to try to break the toe of anybody following us. We're down to 15. The group has split in half, but we've still got to catch those front guys. Holgard trying to attack. Suter trying to attack. We're seeing the others around us pushing in a way that we're not. And with 6K to go, we've got a real shot here still. But we've got to cover some ground, and so far we've not covered it terribly well. And we're coming up on that finish. But I don't know if we're going to make it up there. Okay, time to go 99, 3.5K.
Davide Formolo is off.
6 riders at the front, 28 seconds. That's everybody right there. 2.2K. This is it, guys. This is it. Come on. Too technical. It's way too technical. It's Alice Albiol. Attack, attack, attack. Come on. Yurcevic. Come on. Berlikov. We caught one of the riders. We're still catching him right now. It's Stuyven. The other 5 held us off, and we beat everybody else potentially for what would have been the win. It's 6th place. We needed a top 10. It was enough. Unfortunately, those top 5 didn't come back. They were too good. They were too strong. Matthews, Smith, Formulo, 1, 2, 3. Sagan rounds it out along with Lutsenko, the other one who held off the group. And then we would have had what would have amounted to a win had those guys not gotten clear and us not quite able to bring them back. Otherwise perfectly executed, it would have been a 1-2 even, as we got 6th and 7th, Berlikov and then Yurcevic beating out everybody else. But we can't quite beat the entire group that got away. 5 of 8 held on. Still, we needed a top 10. We got it. So we finally have 2 successive achieved objectives with a really, really difficult year in terms of how tough those objectives were. You know, I'm leading the Continental rankings right now. We're in 1st place. And yet our sponsor was very unhappy. It just so happens that they were going for some really tough objectives. Well, anyway, that was a success. It will give us a boost. I think we're okay, especially when you start adding in those national championships that we're going to earn. They're not going to have the impact that they normally do now that we're in Continental Pro. They'll still give us a bit of a boost. That combined with achieving enough of the objectives, we're now set. There's only 1 remaining out of the top 5 objectives for the season. It's smaller, the biggest 3. We've just done all 3 of them. We had a partial failure and 2 successes. So yes, now on balance, things are looking good. But that's all the time that I have for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.